Welcome to SupplyGraph AI, a suite of intelligent agents from multi-tier supply chain risk monitoring.
With SupplyGraph AI, you enter just one thing, your company name. The system automatically constructs a multi-tier product dependency graph.
In this graph, the nodes are products, not companies. Companies appear as participants attached to those products, as designers, manufacturers, distributors, or service providers. These relationships are inferred from large-scale public information, forming a structural map of supply dependencies. Inside my supply chain network, what risk events could impact me? Where do they start, and how do they reach my business? And how big is the impact, really? These are exactly the questions our enterprise supply chain risk agent answers. It continuously scans global risk events, identifies the enterprises or products they affect, and traces how those risks may propagate through your supply chain network.
Every day, SupplyGraph AI processes tens of thousands of global risk signals, from regulatory changes and production disruptions to logistics interruptions and market shocks. The system analyzes which enterprises or products may be directly affected by each event. It then checks whether those affected nodes exist within the dependency graph of your anchor enterprise. When they do, the event is attached to the corresponding product node inside your supply chain graph. From there, the system calculates whether a propagation path exists through layered product dependencies all the way to your enterprise. Propagation strength is then quantified using a risk evaluation model trained on millions of historical corporate events and their real-world impacts over the past decade. What if a critical supplier runs into trouble? Could that disruption eventually impact my business? And if so, can I detect that risk early enough to respond with confidence? These are the questions answered by our supplier risk impact agent. By specifying a supplier enterprise, the agent reconstructs its production dependency structure and analyzes how disruptions may propagate toward your anchor enterprise. Risk detection can now begin from deeper production layers, even before it enters your visible supply path. If the supply of one key chip is disrupted, could that eventually impact my business? And can I detect that risk early enough to respond?
These are the questions answered by our MPN risk impact agent. By specifying a chip MPN, the agent reconstructs the industry structure behind it. Disruptions in wafer fabrication, lithography materials, specialty gases, or manufacturing equipment can all be detected upstream. This is not monitoring a single company. It is modeling the industry structure behind a critical component. When a high-impact path is detected, an alert is triggered in real time. This page begins with the originating event, including its time, source, classification, and supporting evidence. Based on the system's analysis, the platform immediately suggests recommended actions. For example, evaluating alternative suppliers, adjusting sourcing routes, or preparing mitigation strategies. Each recommendation is supported by a clear rationale, explaining why the event may affect your supply chain. But more importantly, the system shows how the risk travels. Each key propagation path is calculated, from the event through intermediate product nodes, all the way to your enterprise. Path scores quantify the transmission strength across the dependency chain. Risk is no longer abstract. It is visible, traceable, and measurable.
SupplyGraph AI provides supply chain risk intelligence agents powered by a large-scale enterprise and product dependency graph. Our platform integrates hundreds of millions of enterprise records, millions of product nodes, and a continuously expanding global risk event database. All three agents are available through both web interface and API, with A2A and MCP support for rapid integration. You can connect SupplyGraph AI to your systems in as little as 30 minutes. SupplyGraph AI, monitor supply chain risks before they reach your enterprise.